and talk about recognition?
Yeah, certainly. I mean, obviously, April is always kind of one of the tricky months, I think, within our Juice Plus business, because it's a holiday time, Easter, that type of thing. But, you know, the success that we've been experiencing in terms of the growth has continued to grow over that particular month. And, you know, James and I, we talked about 825+1 being a key part of our business. And I think I just got to recognise a couple of people that have actually kind of implemented this within their own teams, if you like. And speaking to new people, we've obviously know is the way forward. One of which is Sue Worrell. She's physically sponsored 2 new people last month and did our 825+1, so that was great. And over in Holland, Hub, who is forging ahead, his team collectively sponsored 15 new people last month, which was fantastic. And, you know, again, lots of people doing 825+1, or 1001 it is actually over in the continent. A couple of people to single out the one part, if you like. One is that we heard from Marcel on the call. He and Azra have got a new +1, and that's Eveline from Warrington. And she's very excited about moving straight to direct distributor in her first month. So that's a great achievement. And, you know, I kind of sent her a message, and she said her every waking thought is thinking about Juice Plus and how she can move forward to the next position. So that's always exciting to hear that, isn't it? The other person, Team Aviva, see Aviva there, and Aviva's got her second senior direct distributor. So that was Lorraine Evans. So big round of applause for Lorraine, who's a Pilates teacher, and she finds it kind of quite easy to get customers, and as such we've really got to now start to help her to build the team for her to move forward. But it's a very exciting month from that point of view. So that's really kind of, you know, some of the main kind of highlights for last month, James.
Brilliant. Good. Okay. Well, thank you very much, Steve. Well, we'll be coming back to you a little bit later on. But firstly, next, we're going to move on to hearing about the Omega launch. Now, Michelle, you spoke about this briefly in the presentation, but can you tell us a little bit more about what's going to be happening so that people can begin to plug into, you know, what the next steps are with this?
Yeah. Okay. These are the Omegas. Really, really excited to have been using them for the last 6 weeks. So we've got a launch, or a soft launch, on the 22nd of May. And I understand at that launch, we'll be told exactly how much it is. At the moment, we don't know, but we'll be told how much there'll be. And also from then, from the next day, the 23rd of May, sales coordinators and above will be able to buy Juice Plus Omega for themselves, and also for 5 customers. So, you know, whether it's existing Juice Plus customers, or I think it's great to get the rest of your team that aren't sales coordinators, so that they've got the opportunity to be on the product as well. I think that's really key, that we can spread this out as much as possible amongst the team, so that everybody does get a chance to experience the products. And then obviously when we've got our big conference in Liverpool in October, and then they'll be launched there for everybody else.
Good.
Simon, just to mention as well, Simon Bowler, I don't know if everybody saw this, we've put it on Aquila or shared it on Facebook with the team. Simon today on his Facebook page has put his chance for anybody within the Juice Plus business to win a day at that launch. So it doesn't, regardless of the position, you can be a brand new dealer in the business, but you've just got to be creative and tell us why you should be considered to be invited to this amazing event, and just comment below. So you need to go into Simon Bowler's Facebook page, find that post. He posted it a couple of hours ago today. Take the chance and learn all about the newest blend, joining our Juice Plus product range, and meet us all at the launch. So who that's going to be, I mean, just
tomorrow,
comment.
Find out tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow, and he's going to do it as a live draw on Facebook tomorrow evening. So get onto Simon's Facebook page, comment below why you should be there, and he will do a live draw tomorrow evening, and it may be you.
Great. Well, that is so exciting. I mean, you know, we haven't had a sort of big product launch like this for quite a long time, but, you know, it is amazing. And bearing in mind that the company behind Juice Plus, they've launched so many different products over the years. I mean, you know, they turned over 100 million in smoke detectors. So, you know, they are past masters at launching absolutely groundbreaking products. And I think this is going to be a huge one. So we're
I'm
very
really
excited about that.
I talk to people, and you know, when I ask them what supplements they take, so many people take an omega, and the fact that they now have the chance to have a plant-based omega with this revolutionary blend of the, you know, multiple omegas, 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9 in that correct ratio, I think is just so exciting. So this is an opportunity for everybody to completely double their business in one fell swoop. Just talking to every single Juice Plus customer. You know, they've got the opportunity to have the omega supplements as well.
Good. No, thank you, Michelle. That's amazing. And of course, you know, the omega product will be fully available for everyone from the Liverpool conference. So we're going to come on to that a little bit later on. I know you're going to be talking to us about that. So what I'd like to do now is just talk about some of the events that we've got coming up, just particularly in London. And what we are now beginning to develop, we've got an excellent business presentation that we run once a month, and it's the last Thursday of every month. The next one is coming up on May the 25th, and we've got Jeff Montague-Smith, who's going to be the key speaker there. And he's an osteopath and an absolutely extraordinary speaker. I mean, you know, not only is he an osteopath, he's also very successful in our business. So that will be amazing. Paula does the business so brilliantly. And we're now really building up a momentum with that. And every time people come along, people say, God, that was amazing. So we now know we have an absolutely rock solid business style event for the team. And if you bring people along, I absolutely guarantee people will be joining. Absolutely guarantee it. But what we're now doing is we're adding another component to our sort of jigsaw in a sense, whereby we're seeking to create an event where we can connect more with our customers. So on the 18th of May, which is actually, believe it or not, next week, 18th of May, the Thursday, the 18th of May, we've got a wonderful event where Michelle is going to be speaking, and we're so excited about that, Michelle. And Michelle is going to be speaking about the subject beauty from the inside out. So this is going to be a specific lecture, but it's going to be specifically product focused, and we won't be talking anything about the business on that night. So this is a very, very open, easy event to introduce and to invite any customer along to. And I've been feeling that I really want to come to connect with my customers more. So this is a wonderful opportunity to connect with our customers and to bring them along to that event. And then we're going to have the next one is going to be on June the 15th. And this is both events are going to be in the Bolton pub in Earl's Court. Lovely, secluded, separate room, no interference. And that's going to be with Peter Pure. So, Michelle, we're very, very excited about that. Would you, I didn't ask you this, but could you just tell us a little bit about what you might be talking about so people just get a bit of a flavour of that?
Yes, of course. Just tips that I've learned along the way. You know, we'll talk about the things that we need to do so that we can reflect that beauty from the inside out. So detoxification, having a good night's sleep and how to achieve that. As you know, I'm a Kundalini yoga teacher, so I'll throw in a few of the sort of ancient yogic tips that I've learned along the way. So yeah, lots of perhaps a little bit more unusual things, you know, in terms of knowing what to do to get a good night's sleep. Everybody thinks about, you know, not eating too late, you know, darkened room, etc. But these are things that perhaps not everybody is aware of. So hopefully some things that you don't already know.
Good. Well, thank you, Michelle. And I can't imagine anyone better, because look at you. You look absolutely amazing. So, you know, no, truly, absolutely. So we're really, really looking forward to that. Okay, well, that's absolutely great. So now what we're going to do is we're going to talk about, and again, another component that we're bringing in now is more training for everyone. So, you know, we are determined to give you the best possible chance of becoming completely financially independent, and to live your life in a way that you never could have imagined in terms of the freedom that you're going to have. And certainly that's been my experience. But we want that for absolutely everyone. And the key component of this is the training. So I'm just going to ask Gordon just to tell us very quickly, well, not necessarily quickly, but just about the Gatwick training that we've got coming up on June the 11th.
Yeah, certainly, James. June the 11th is going to be a mega day. It's at the Aurora Hotel down in Gatwick. And tickets are £25, and they actually go on sale to the general kind of distributor base as of Saturday, which is 4 weeks away from the event. So if you haven't got your ticket, I suggest you do that before Saturday, because this will be a sellout event for sure. We're very, very privileged. We've got 6 effectively top leaders within our business sharing their golden nuggets, their experience, including Birgit Planger, there's Carol Wilcox, myself, James, Michelle, and Jeff Montague-Smith. And there'll be a whole host of people that we can network and different leaders that are actually moving forward within the business. And it's an event that we've decided that we've aligned ourselves with Jeff and his team, mainly because their focus is very much similar to ours. But we're also kind of very privileged to actually have Mark Hudson there as well. And Mark is a digital expert from Line One, and he is really instrumental for a lot of the success that John Holowati had with the online businesses that they built initially when they first started the Juice Plus program. So he's coming down to talk to us about the key components in terms of what we need to do to take advantage of some of this online information and opportunity. And we've also got Simon Bowler there, who is going to be supporting the event and giving us obviously corporate updates and probably telling us a little bit more about what's going to happen in the lead up to Liverpool. So yeah, very exciting event. I bought some extra tickets today just for Michelle and ourselves and some guests. And my aim is to bring some new people there and to have them at the event. So looking forward to it, James.
Great. Yeah, no, thank you. And of course, that's at Gatwick, isn't it? And it's very, very easy to get to. It's right at Gatwick Airport, of course, and it's very quick to get to from London. You literally get off the train and literally walk off the platform into the hotel. I mean, you can't imagine. It's so close. It's just extraordinary. But just to say for that event, if you are, if you're really serious about building, you absolutely cannot afford to come on your own. It's so important that you bring people with you. And this will be a total launch pad for the next few months, and particularly up to Liverpool. And what we see is that once people get the understanding about our business, then people begin to get the belief. And once they get the belief, they get the commitment, and then they really get moving. So if you're really wanting to build a team, you absolutely want to bust a gut to get absolutely everybody there that you possibly can. If you're sitting there on your own, it will be such a wasted opportunity. Obviously, we're more than happy that you do come on your own, but it will be a wasted opportunity. So just to let you know that. All right, so let's just, before we come up to really the final thing about Liverpool, I just want to talk a bit about what is the way forward for each of us, really. And the company have got this fantastic program called 825+1, which Gordon mentioned to us earlier. And this is something which the company have had for a while, but it's often been a little bit hidden amongst all the other excitement that we have. But really, it's the key fundamental to the development of our business. Because, the 825 is all about developing the equivalent of 4 premium new customers a month. A lot of people find that relatively easy. Or very easy. But the thing that's going to really build our business, and the thing that's going to give us the passive income and the opportunity to travel and the freedom and the amazing experience of our business, is going to be adding another new person into our team every single month. Now, if I may say, Katie Ravey, who is a legend in our business and really is the one who started everything in terms of the huge growth in social media, she determined to not do 5+1 or 825+1. She decided to do 25+5. So her focus was sponsoring 5 people a month, and look at the success that she had. So as Gordon often says, it's all about compressing a lot of activity into a small amount of time. And the more focused we can become, the more likely we are to achieve that success. And I was just talking to Paula today about this, and what I said, and what we were discussing, is that it's so important that we have a list of people that we're writing down every month that we can target to bring into the business. And it's extraordinary that when we do that, it's so much more likely that we're going to bring them in. And I know Paula was mentioning that, we had a conversation with her. Within half an hour, she rang me back and said, I've got a +1. So it's amazing how, as we focus on these things, the results will come. So we don't want to, go over and over on that. But if you are looking at your business and thinking, gosh, I really want things to move now. I really want to go to the big time. And the big time is crossing the bridge between sales coordinator and senior sales coordinator. That is the big bridge. And that's because your volume then moves to payline rather than promotional volume. And you actually have to have quite a much bigger business. But as a result, you kick into the growth, the exponential growth. You kick into critical mass. And we say that once people have got about 20 people in their team, they'll never look back. So that's just a quick advert, really, for the 825+1. We just can't say enough about that. But what we are going to be doing is we are going to be drawing together now a special group of people who are at sales coordinator who want to move to senior sales. And we are going to go into a sort of hothouse environment now, and we're going to see you all through to senior sales by Liverpool. So if you're in that group, and I think you know who you are, we're going to be in touch with you very shortly, and we shall be bringing you through. And if we all work on this together, we will all get the most amazing results. So that's very exciting. All right, so let's move on now. And Michelle, we just absolutely love to hear, finally, about Liverpool, which is our next amazing conference.
Yeah, our two big conferences every year. This one is the 13th and 14th of October. It's Liverpool this year, so that's very exciting. I've never even been to Liverpool, so I am mega excited. But those conferences, James, echoing everything that you've just said about the Gatwick event, but just intensify it, just take it to another level, because this is going to be a conference with probably 5,000 people. I think the two big conferences that we have every year just give you a vision, far bigger, far greater than anything that we can convey through a Zoom call or the smaller meetings that we run. And it's that vision that takes you through. And I think by going to those two conferences every year and almost making that non-negotiable, if you're a distributor and you have goals and aspirations to go further, these conferences should really be non-negotiable. You really should be there, and be there with a team. The more people that you have with you, the bigger, the faster that your business will grow. And none of us can emphasize that enough. Jane Martin is going to be at the conference, so to be there and to see our founder is just fantastic. I mean, the speakers, it's not only the speakers on stage, which are obviously absolutely fantastic, it's the chance to see people. You will relate to somebody that perhaps, within our own team that you haven't quite connected with, but there will be somebody that you just think, I've got to go and talk to that person, and you will learn so much from everybody else that's there. I don't know how to put it into words and to express how important getting to these big conferences are, and it's such a massive opportunity for each and every one of us to be there, for us to grow ourselves, for us to grow our business, to get that enthusiasm, that knowledge, that excitement that will carry your business through for the next 6 months to the next conference for Birmingham 2018. So it's just so important to be there. And, I just, I'm so excited about the speakers. I mean, I know not everybody's been announced yet, and Simon will release this bit by bit as people are fully confirmed.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing, Michelle, if I may add, and just we're moving into our last period of the call, and then we're going to be opening up to question and answer. I mean, if you have any questions to ask, then get ready. But the other thing, of course, about Liverpool is that we're going to be, launching the Omega at that conference for absolutely everybody. And I remember when Juice Plus was launched, and my check, I think, went up by 4 times in that following month, 4 times. So I don't think any of us can understand what a massive impact this Omega product is going to have, so long as obviously we've got the people to drive it forward within our teams. So this is across Europe that we're going to be launching in October, and any one of us could have an amazing Christmas. Of great bonuses for moving up through the positions, but also fantastic monthly income from your team, all coming from building over the next 3 or 4 or 5 months. So Gordon, is there anything you'd like to say about how you see things over the next 6 months?
Yeah, I mean, I think, our business works in 90-day kind of cycles. So we've got 2 90-day cycles effectively to work in the next 6 months. And it's a case of, getting your team around. It's a case of, planning out and mapping and planning, to the finite detail. And as you said before, just asking somebody to write a list of people, new list of people. I'm doing it all the time. And that's what I would be doing, and I would be recommending to everybody, get your pens out, get your kind of new contacts out again, start to speak to people, and, almost go back to where you were when you first came into the business. I mean, that enthusiasm that you had, that excitement that you had, share that with people. And, I can hear in your voice, James, that you're excited. I mean, your check going up by 4 times, that was something very exciting about that kind of concept. And, you're right. Anyone that's got a network that sees a new launch product is going to have a benefit. So, now's the time to roll up the sleeves and, build that team and get your kind of your game plans together. And that's what I would be doing, certainly.
And I think the other thing that's really exciting is to see our team being recognised in Liverpool. That is the big thing, to see, Team Aquila being on stage and seeing everybody coming through with their new positions. And, I think that will be fantastic for the team.
So that's absolutely brilliant. I mean, so really, what we're saying with this call is we're giving a lot of information, but we're also giving a lot of structure. We're giving you a massive launch pad to build your business towards Liverpool and towards the launch of the new Omega product, and with the new events that we've got, with the trainings, with everything that we're doing, with the massive track record of our team being the longest running team in Europe, but also with the sort of huge substance we've got of being so focused on the capsules and having people that have been with us for decades on the product. We are really, really in the right place at the right time. And I think really the big message, or the big thought really for the end of this call, is how big can you dream your future to be? How big can you dream it to be? As Paula was saying, I was down in Bournemouth on a Saturday, and I mean, it was just staggering to see the stories beyond which you couldn't imagine. You couldn't imagine it. I mean, 5-6 years ago, I couldn't have imagined this level of success of people. I mean, there were people on stage who'd earned over 100,000 in 1 month. And some people are going to say, well, that's absolutely ridiculous. But no, it isn't. If you think about the population of the country, if you think about the population of the world, if you think about the fact that we're in 26 countries, it's surprising that not more people have achieved that. And the reason is because people don't have the belief. But once we have the belief, once we attend the trainings, the events, then the belief starts coming, and that's when the action really kicks in. So that's really, we're up to the end, really. If anyone has if you have any particular, I think we've got a few questions here. Okay, yeah, good. All right, so good. All right, so one person just is asking, just very quickly, and perhaps, Michelle, this is a call for you, with the Omega product. Do you know whether you have to be a new customer, or can you be an existing customer to have the Omega? I would think you could probably be an existing customer, but what would you think?
I guess we'll be told exactly on the 22nd. We'll know exactly what that will be. But I would imagine either or. I think as a sales coordinator and above, that we've been told that you can have 5 customers. So I would think either or.
Yeah, and I think, thank you very much. And I think, just finishing, I think one amazing thing for us to do with the new product is to write down absolutely everybody that we've ever spoken to about Juice Plus, and to go back to them and say, look, I've got new information. Juice Plus it's not just, it's not just something for yesterday. It's for now. It's for tomorrow. They're on the move. Don't
Jay,
on this.
I would add to that as well, that we can do that with the vegan capsules now for the Juice Plus itself, because I know that I've spoken to people in the past that haven't gone for Juice Plus because it wasn't, because of the gelatin capsule. I'm now going back to all those customers to say, oh, hey, must just tell you that we've now got, and I've even done that with customers that have dropped off, that were an original customer, not that they ever said anything about the gelatin capsules, but I've now gone back just to say, just wanted to let you know.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah. So everybody, just keep learning, keep applying yourself, keep going to every training you possibly can under the sun, keep reading, keep networking, keep doing everything until you just crack it for yourself. Loads of people are cracking it. Loads of people are making a fortune. The same thing can happen for you. No question. So
and keep smiling.
What?
And keep smiling.
Keep smiling.
Smiling and dialing.
Smiling and dialing, yeah. Anyway, we've said enough, everyone. Thank you very much indeed for joining us. It's 9:30. Thank you very much for all our speakers earlier. We look forward to seeing everybody very soon, if not before. And we look forward particularly to seeing everyone at the Bolton Pub next Thursday with Michelle.
Look forward to seeing you all.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.